Hey, Steeler Nation, Stryker coming at you quickly for a quick inside slant. My Lord, the Steelers have just made a gigantic splash in free agency, picking up inside linebacker Myles Jack. What? We just got jacked up for this next upcoming season, Steeler Nation. I know some of you guys are tweeting out there and thinking, what did we do last year? I mean, we picked up the Jacksonville inside linebacker last year and Schobert, but this year we picked up Myles Jack. He got cut by the team, sitting out there in free agency. We ended up getting him for nothing. 2 years, $16 million, $8 million a season. Come back in. And here we go. We are back live. I'm sorry about that quick drop out there. I had to switch my Wi-Fi, make sure we are solid from here on out, because I want to hear from you too, Steeler Nation. I know you are excited. Let's run down Myles Jack's stats here, because we got the Jack. He's been at Jacksonville his entire career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seasons, averaging about 100 tackles a season, 108 last year, 118 season before, 107 4 seasons ago, 66 in his injury-shortened season 3 years ago. But the guy can flat out tackle. He can flat out ball. 3 tackles for a loss 3 years ago, 6 2 years ago, 3 last year. This guy's going to make plays. He hits hard. We want him to dislodge the football. He can defend the pass as well. 4 and 5, 2 and 3 years ago as well for passes defensed. Let's take your comments live here, Steeler Nation, because I want to hear how you're doing. Let's go, Kenny Beamer, always in the house, man. It doesn't matter when I come on. I'm going to hear from Beamer. Great to hear from you, my friend. I'm glad you're as psyched as I am. Aaron Harris, get Julio. Is that Julio Jones? I'm not sure which Julio you're talking about, my friend. Love the enthusiasm. Thank you, Brian. I'm nothing but enthusiastic about our team. It's how I live. It keeps my heart pumping. It keeps my heart pumping. This is how I live. Absolutely love it when Steelers make a big play, especially today. Jack Machine. Yes, thank you, Aaron Harris. Love to hear that. Michael Hall. Love talking to you just yesterday, man. Did not see the release of Banner coming now. Yeah, Banner was released earlier in the day. Looks like Schobert's on the chopping block now. If we sign Myles Jack, I expect to hear that Joe Schobert cut coming soon, because his cut pays for Myles Jack. $8 million saved if we cut him. $8 million paid for Myles Jack this season, depending on the fluctuation on how that contract goes. I'm just splitting the $16 million down the middle. Probably a signing bonus. Might drop it down to maybe $6 million as opposed to $8 million. Maybe have a little bit of extra room for this coming year. So we'll have to see how that plays out, see how the contract comes. But yeah, my heart goes out to Banner too. You guys know he's a big friend of the podcast. He was on 3 times. Great man in the community. Everybody tweeting out awesome stuff. You never hear writers tweet out how awesome a player is that essentially was never a starter. But you saw Teresa Varley doing it, saw Brooke Pryor doing it. Excellent community guy, excellent human being. So I hope all the best to Zach Banner, friend of the show. Love you, my friend, and I know you will land on your feet, because you're not only strong in stature, you're strong in heart. Love you, man. All right, man. So Robert, go get Honey Badger next. You're speaking to the choir, Robert. I've been calling for that since January. I got Kay over there. We're going back and forth on Twitter. Kay from the morning show, at Wake Up NFL or whatever it's called. She just came out and said Honey Badger to the Steelers would be a perfect move. I've been yelling about it since January. Please, Kevin Colbert, give me my wish. Because it doesn't matter who our corners are. If we have a mink and a honey badger, our mammalian secondary is going to take care of whoever's running down that field. Seth Bull, hell yes, let's go. That's the way, man. All right, let's go. John Conley, good hearing from you again, John. It's been a while, man. Robert Shue, if they go get honey badger, I'd hate for other teams to go up against this defense. Exactly. And that's what you don't realize. Like, when you hear a team has like a big corner, you can always play to the other side of the field. If you got a team with 2 awesome safeties, you got nowhere to throw. You got nowhere to, because they can take a half of the field, help out each other, even if the corners aren't 100%. Plus, they're both athletic, can both play free, can both play strong, move them around. You don't know who's coming. You don't know where they're going to go. It's going to be like playing against Palomalu all over again. That's my ultimate wish. Ultimate wish. Frank K, haven't been this pumped about a signing since James Ferrier. Indeed. Let's effing go. Yeah, Frankie, way to chime in there, my friend. Seth Bell, we just need a good wide receiver. Sign Akila Witherspoon. I don't think we're signing Witherspoon, man. We picked up Levi Wallace yesterday, and that's because we had a contract in the works. Aditi Kinkobwala tweeted it out yesterday morning. That didn't come to fruition. I guess he was sitting there being like, hey, it's tampering time. I should be able to get more than this, Steelers. We gave our money to Levi Wallace, the former Buffalo Bill. We talked about that with the Buffalo guys last night on the vidcast. So probably not going to be signing Akila Witherspoon, but would not be against picking up a corner high in the draft or a wide receiver. Like you're talking about both of those, Seth. I think that might be our target for best player available now that we don't have any holes to fill. Inside linebacker, slammed shut. Awesome job. Myles Jack in the house. Michael Hall, I hear we are in talks, possibly in talks with Cox. I don't know. I'd like to get Cox if we don't have Tuitt. I have no idea what Tuitt's going to do. I mean, if we're at the point now, if Tuitt's not going to play, cut him, save the money, sign Cox. We're set. We're absolutely set moving forward. And that might be something we have to think about. Mr. Yogi, all we need now to do is sign Honey Badger, and this will be a tough defense. Always. You guys are on the same page. Love it. Brian Brown, wonder if the Jaguars want to give us Lawrence too while they're at it. they might do something stupid. They might do something stupid like get rid of Lawrence here soon. I'd like to have him. He's a good talent. Justin Jones, do you think this is the end for Joe Schobert? Yes, he's going to get cut. There's no point to have Jack, Bush, and Schobert taking up that kind of money, and especially the cut with Schobert will pay for Jack. And then some will have some money left over. So it's a no-brainer move, and it still allows us to go out and get Honey Badger. Let's get Honey Badger. I want Honey Badger too. Michael Hall and Stephon Gilmore as well as Matthew. Hey, all the talent, bring them on over. Again, Gilmore or Honey Badger. It's like, as long as it's not Edmonds, I want a strong safety that's going to be making plays. Fine with that. Fine with that. Get Honey Badger, draft Kenny Pickett, and this team is special. We might be getting Kenny Pickett in the second round now, guys. We might have to pass on that Miami quarterback in the first round because he might be there in the second. Crazy stuff coming up. Crazy stuff. Michael Hall back again. I guess nobody talking Tyrion, which is surprising to me. Might as well take him quickly. Please, Colbert. We're all talking about it here. You've heard me all this year talking about Honey Badger on this team, Michael Hall. Can't work it. Yep, get vocal. Thank you, Missy. Thank you. Any reason you think Schobert hasn't been cut yet? This just happened. We just signed Jack. It will either be today or tomorrow, depending if we're still in the office. But I fully expect Joe Schobert to be cut. I really do. Unfortunately. And I'm sorry it didn't work out for Joe. I think he's kind of like the result of not having Tyson Alualu and Tuitt in front of him and having to rotate in the nose tackle and the left defensive end. Didn't play to our strengths last season. Entire defense suffered because of it. He's going to be scapegoated because of his contract. So, but he'll probably pick up somewhere else and do well. Nice to have cap money. Yeah, it is. We're making moves, Jerry. Do you think we could bring Juju back? I'd love to. Honestly, Josh, I would love to, but Juju situation now is going to be a wait and see approach because free agency just officially started at 4 p.m. We're going to wait and see if somebody's going to throw a lot of money at Juju. It's going to be today or tomorrow. If he's still sitting on there toward the end of the weekend, Steelers might be like, hey, Juju, come on back for $8 million a year. We'd love to have you. That's the only way I see him coming back, really, because I don't think the Steelers are going to pay $16 million a year for him. And I don't think he's worth that. He's a slot receiver. He's just not worth it. Bradley Bozeman, center. Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, I think that's a center. Get Bradley Bozeman center. I think we're set at center now. We picked up 2 guard centers just this past 2 days in free agency. James Daniels is a guard center. Mason Cole is a guard center. We have invited back J.C. Hassenauer, guard center. We also have Kendrick Green on the team, guard center. We're not drafting the center. Center's off the board. Center is absolutely off the board. Seth Ball, Colbert and Rooney might said the to it. It's going to play, and it'll be back and ready to go now. I hope so. Yeah, he said that he wanted to play football, and I did mention that on one of the casts. But we don't know for sure. We just don't. I'm hoping he comes back. We'll have to see. Diego Ramirez, I'm also freaking happy with this free agency. Here we go from Mexico. Gracias, Diego Ramirez de Mexico. We love our Steelers Mundo. Everybody around the world loving the Steelers chiming in, and we are happy to have you on any show, Diego. Mi amigo. D linemen are getting old. Only Hayward's getting old. I mean, he's in his last contract. He's still got another. He played at his highest level last year. We should be able to get another 2 or 3 out of Hayward, and that would be phenomenal because it would play out his contract. He's going to retire a Steeler no matter what. The guy is amazing. Absolutely love that. But the Tuitt aspect, we signed him to that big contract just a year ago, and he didn't play on it. So we'll have to see. Get Wagner. Nope, we're done with Wagner. Wagner's done, Messi. Done. We've got Myles Jack. Wagner, gone. Not even talking about Wagner anymore. I'm sorry. He can get on with his life's work, go to play for another team. He would be way more expensive than Myles Jack anyway. We made the right financial move that helps our team. It's getting crazy. Yes, it is, Messi. Yes, it is. Hell yes. Jack is a great pickup. Agree, Chris Watson. Absolutely agree. What do we need now? Jesse is asking, let me go to my handy dandy spreadsheet. Ticked off inside linebacker. Right now, as far as for starters, we need a strong safety, Honey Badger, and we need a wide receiver because we do not have a starting slot receiver on this team right now. Ray's a free agent. Juju's a free agent. They were our slot receivers. We'll have to see if we can get one of those back. But as a result of Ray also being out, we still need a kick returner, punt returner. So those positions are absolutely needed going into the draft. I expect us to pick up a wide receiver if it's not re-signing Ray or Juju. We never know if he's going to sign for a little bit less, come back again to Littsburgh where his brand is. Keep dancing. Love that. Would love to have him back. But Ray is probably going to happen. Probably. Julio Jones, Allen Robinson. I absolutely love both of those guys, Aaron. I do. I think Julio Jones is going to be a little bit out of our price range, expects to be more of an X receiver. We have our X receiver locked down, made the Pro Bowl last year. His name is DJ Deontay Johnson. Best route runner in the NFL as far as for getting open on his breaks, and he's developing. It's his 4th season. He's going to skyrocket this year. As I've done the metrics, every X receiver starts getting good in their 4th season, and he's already made a Pro Bowl. So watch and see what he does this year. I think he's going to be excellent. Joe Schobert will find somewhere to go, just not Pittsburgh. We need playmakers, not guys to make tackles after the opponent already has the first down. I cannot argue with that assessment at all, Brian Brown. That annoyed me too. Bima, love the pickup. Bye-bye, Jojo. I think, yeah, Joe Schobert. Joe Schobert, man, I was so excited to bring him in. That was when I did my first quick inside slant, was when we picked up Joe Schobert. Came on live on all the platforms, got to interact with you guys. And now, unfortunately, we're going to be saying goodbye to him because Myles Jack is coming back. Michael Hall, what these defensive players we are picking up, starting to make us a contender in the near future with Watt and Hayward leading us. Yeah, we have just decided we are not going to let the run defense gash us anymore. And we're going to be aggressive, hopefully, in the pass defense, because with a team like Cincinnati, we got to stop all those wide receivers. Tyrann Mathieu would be the biggest pickup we could do to make sure that stops. Allen Robinson or Juju, wide receivers at a regional price. If you're asking me exactly which one I would want, I think Robinson will be a cheaper pickup right now. He's older. He had a down year last year, but he knows how to play with Mitchell Trubisky. You go out, watch Mitchell Trubisky's highlights. There's an 8-minute highlight right now on YouTube. It's essentially an Allen Robinson highlight film of catches that would not been caught by any other receiver. Love the way he catches balls, has an excellent catch radius, and makes really, really athletic plays. They're going to lose Washington, one on top of Juju also. Yeah, I don't want Washington at all. I just don't think he can get open, Robert. he needs long speed to get open deep. That's the only route he can run. Anything else in the middle field, there's guys all over him. And he's just not that combative enough to be like oh gosh, what was the guy called? The old oh gosh, one of my favorite receivers all time. Played with Fitzgerald on the Super Bowl team. The other receiver, the big tough one that played with the Ravens, won a Super Bowl with them. But that was like, he's not that style of receiver. Would love to see it, but agree. Thank you, Messi. Brian Brown, that's 2 years in a row the Jaguars linebackers cost Joe Schobert his job. Yup. Well said, Brian. I love that. I love that. Laugh faces from me too, man. Trubisky will be a surprise this season. Aaron, I am fully happy. I don't know if he's going to be given the starting job. He's definitely making the money to be the starting guy. But let's see if this is going to be an open competition with Rudolph, with Haskins. May the best quarterback win. That's all I want. May the best quarterback win. And I'm fine no matter who it is. Michael Hall, hands down, the funniest 3 days of re-signing and signing new players I've ever had. Stairway to 7. We'll see. We'll see, especially in this draft. Like, if we're just going to be drafting skill players again here at the top, since we have all of our holes filled, wide receiver, cornerback at the top of the draft, I'm all for this, guys. This is going to be really, yes, Anquan Bolden. Thank you. Thank you, Claudia. Props. You won the internet today. Thank you very much. Anquan Bolden was one of my absolute favorite receivers, excellent hands, made every single competitive combat catch, always fought for that ball like he was a power forward ripping down rebound. He was the Dennis Rodman of catching balls in the middle field and the perfect receiver for jump ball Joe to be able to throw passes down the field, not get intercepted, and win games in that playoff run when they won that Super Bowl. Anthony Laird, Baldwin, hey, bring him aboard. We can sign whoever we want. Derek Lore, if you're talking about Anquan Bolden, what about Chase Claypool? Is he staying or going? He's got to stay. He's still on his rookie contract, and he's still our starting Z. I don't think he got the benefit of Ben last year. Ben had to get the ball out in 2 seconds. He's running deeper routes. He's not open in 2 seconds. That's why all the balls went to the tight end, went to DJ, went to the slot. That was it. Not enough balls and it kind of threw off his game a little bit. But I fully expect Chase to come back and come back strong this season. Oh, B Smiles 84. I love this sign. Colbert is using all of his arsenals to bear farewell, of course. Or Bolden. Yep, you got it too, Anthony. Thank you for helping me out there, man. The mental hiccups happen every once in a while, but Steeler Nation is always there to bail me out, and I appreciate it, guys. The cap space thing is exciting. Who knew? Right? And we still have room to move stuff guys around, restructure a couple, open up another 20 to 30 mil if we need to. Don't need to, but we might open up a little bit more to get some more good players. Messi back in. Sorry, Messi. Who for defensive tackle now? Are there more releases from around other teams? I'm surprised. We've been talking about Fletcher Cox being a name thrown around, possible signing. If Tuitt came back, that's ideal because he's already on payroll. Absolutely would love to have Tuitt back, and that locks down that line for us. Aaron Harris, Colbert is brilliant. Good players, save money. Now let's get Riddick. You're speaking to me too, man. I love Riddick as well. I think he would work very well collaboratively with Tomlin. It seems like Colbert's going to stick around in some capacity too, as probably some vice president in charge of football operations above the GM. Help him out. Let it ease the transition before he goes off to his life's work, which his life's work might be just sticking around in the front office and helping us out. He loves doing the draft stuff too. He loves the combine, an extra set of eyeballs out there to evaluate talent. Hell yes. Hell yes. Von Miller signed with the Bills. Thank you for telling me, Steeler Lee. You guys heard me talk about that on the vidcast yesterday. Love Von Miller. I love Von Miller. Would love to have, or not Von Miller, sorry. Leighton Vander Esch. Leighton Vander Esch was the guy I wanted to, but Von Miller is a great outside guy. We have our guys locked down on the edges. We're not replacing Watt. We're not replacing Highsmith. We're going to battle with those guys. But a third guy would be good. Von Miller just signed 6 years of Buffalo. Thank you very much, though, guys, for letting me know. I know my guys over at Overdue Bills, who we had on the show last night, Mr. Matt, he's going to be excited as hell. I'm going to tweet him as soon as I get off this cast. But, yeah, that is a big pickup for the Bills, and their fans are going to be super excited for that. Keep fire on the bolts. Love it. Awesome. Awesome. I miss Banner, but the money move was necessary. I wish him nothing but the best. He had a great character about himself. 100% right, B Smiles. Not a better person that I've ever met playing the game yet. Michael Petruski, we need another cornerback. Perhaps Gilmore, please. I don't know if that's going to happen. It would be insane. Absolutely insane we pick up Gilmore. That makes Sutton's back to the slot, and we are strong as hell across the entire secondary. Will our new offensive line coach be able to get these guys to play together? Yeah, he's a run-first guy. His whole mindset is kill the guy in front of you, knock him on his back. And that's what we want in a Najee Harris offense. We are a Najee Harris offense. It doesn't matter who the quarterback's going to be. Maybe the best quarterback win. But we are a Najee Harris offense. Get those guys blocking downhill, and Najee's going to have a sick season. He made the Pro Bowl behind that crap line. Watch out this year. Watch out. Especially with the guys we just picked up in Daniels and Cole. Those guys are road graders, man. They're going to help out. And Dotson. Dotson's a bulldozer, man. Love Dotson as well. We'll watch. Thanks, Bessie. Thanks. What up, Stryker? Another exciting day in free agency. Yeah, the Steelers, we're used to having days like this in free agency, right? This is not, we're like insane. This is like having a shopping spree or winning a shopping spree and not having money and being able to afford everything, hitting the lottery. We just hit the lottery this year, Steeler Nation. We've never had this much money. AFC looking dominant. It's going to be a tough division, but at least that AFC West is going to beat up on each other. And hopefully the AFC North is going to squeak in another 2 playoff teams every year just because of the way they have to keep beating up on each other. That's going to be a really competitive division to watch. Kevin Colbert has never had this much money before. He's going to spend it. Destroys the theory that it was a cheap GM. You're right, Steeler Lee. You're absolutely right, Steeler Lee. And it's a nice problem to have. Stryker looking like Nostradamus. The Steelers filling needs now to draft that receiver with the #1 pick. And that's where our draft value is going to be, guys. There are some sick receivers that are going to be at the 20 spot. That'll make our team a hell of a lot better. And we all know wide receivers drafted high come into the league. They can play right away. So looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Still only winning 6 games with Mitch. We'll have to see. Mitch won 11 games with Chicago back when they were like a 4-win team his rookie year. So, I'm not going to kill Mitch yet. I'm not going to kill whoever's the quarterback yet. But thank you so much, guys. Awesome time. Glad we all got to be excited about this quick inside slant sponsored by Steeler Nation. Myles Jack, now a Pittsburgh Steeler. Absolute Pittsburgh Steeler. I'm fine with taking Davis at 22, Michael. At any talent that we can get, we don't need to get our quarterback. If Malik Willis is there, we might. Steelers are looking good. Better if they can land Tyrion or Gilmore. Definitely right. Honey Bun Harden. We got Myles Jack, baby. Yes, we do. What did that do in that first rounder? We're going to get skill position player, best player available. Might go outside linebacker if there's a high enough outside linebacker that drops guys. It's going to be a crazy. We're not going to go nose tackle. Defensive end we could go. I think we could go wide receiver or cornerback. I think are going to be the sexiest picks. Definitely the sexiest picks if we can pick one of them up in the first round. How would you rate our resignings of new players? Still early. Right now, this is definitely an A+ as far as we've ever done. That we've never picked up this many people. It's crazy. Davis, our pick, if we sign 44, might be. Jerry, we need to sign Minka to extension. We will, and that will drop his cap number for this season. So we'll watch that happen here soon. It will happen probably right around training camp. Not now. Right now, we're bringing in new players. Anthony Laird, Mitch can win 6 games because Harris is going to win the other 10 to 11. Watt's going to win the other 10 or 11. Watch. Just watch. And AJ Hinton, safe to say Miller go to the Bills. But, hey, some people got to go somewhere, guys, and that's the way it is. Make sure to follow me, Instagram and Twitter. Follow me. I'll be having my podcast release over here on Friday at DK Pittsburgh Sports. So be sure to go to dkpittsburghsports.com, 5 p.m. to grab the podcast, 6 p.m. to watch the vidcast live release of the podcast. So I'll be talking to you guys then. Plenty to talk about. But until then, I'll be rooting along with you as always with our newest inside linebacker, Myles Jack. Go